Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 3. Today we've got a match of the Link to the Past Randomizer All Dungeons Keysanity tournament here between Shinmaru and Vortex of Doom. I'm starting with me on comms today is Schultzer. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hello and good evening also from my side. We have a lovely standard 80 key boots match today in our hands with Vortex of Doom on the right side and Shinmaru on the left side. This is gonna be an interesting seed. Game 3 of the series. They played one inverted, one open, and now we have standard for the third game.
Yep, it should be an interesting match. Do you want? So, standard means that we will be starting with the regular escape sequence. You'll start at Link's house, you'll receive a weapon of some type from the uncle, you'll do the escape sequence, at least you have the boots for it, and then you get to do all the dungeons and find all the keys on the way to being canon.
And we hope for going Ganon's tower in this game. We don't have to look for these pass keys, castle tower smalls, cheaty big keys that can always hide in there, and they always do.
Yes, indeed. We should be going here shortly. This is a game 3 between our runners. Shinmaru took game 1 and Vortex game 2. The winner of this will move on to brackets round 3, so it should be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, like round 3, top 16 of the 80 keys tournament, like that's quite far with like I think 128 people joining this tournament. Yeah, 80 keys means we have to do all the dungeon, that means all 7 crystal, all 3 pendants, and we have to kill both Aggers, which one is in Castle Tower and the other one is in Ganon's Tower, and only then we are allowed to kill Ganon and cross the bridge in the end. And Keysanity means all the keys are shuffled everywhere, anywhere. Normally they are in their own dungeon, but today they are also in the overworld. And we are starting with the first item being a piece of art. And let's see what weapon we get for standard. It's like 6.
There's several. You can get, bow, hammer, fire rod, either cane, sword. I think are your options.
Yeah. I
don't think you can. I don't know if you can get. Oh no, you need a sword to use medallion, so it can't be that. And also just bombs.
Oh yeah, bombs. That's the 7th weapon. So I was with my original count. Completely forgot about those. But yeah, with boots, we don't have to worry about having bombs for Bag of Escape anyways. Now we have bombs for Bag of Escape.
Yep. And we also find our first small key of the scene is a pod small key. You do logically need all 6. You need a minimum of. Technically, I think like the bare minimum is 1 key to beat Helma, but you can't do anything else in there. And ideally, you want 4 to do a minimum of 4 to full clear. 5 is the best. So that.
Yeah, you really want 5. For quitting with 4 just is annoying and takes a lot of time, and it's usually not worth it.
Yeah. Let's see. So for MSU today, we've got this will be the TMNT Retro Collection, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Retro Collection for Shinmaru, and Vortex is playing with the Cadence of Hyrule. Chat, let me know if the audio's off on either runner, as I actually cannot listen to either MSU myself due to some music sensitivities.
Yeah, Shinmaru already having some troubles with the first Doom, but gets it done quite nice. While Vortex of Doom just had a clean first Doom with the bombs. Not what usually gonna do these Zooms with, especially when you play casual boots, you normally have a sword.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Do you recognize the sprite for Shinmaru? I think that's Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening, the Game Boy, or at least one of the Game Boy Zelda's links. I think there for Vortex.
Yeah. I think it's some kind of Ace Attorney sprite for Shinmaru.
I think it might be right there, though I'm not super familiar with that series. As we get our second pod small in the front of Escape.
I know that Lin plays that all the time. He probably knows.
Yeah, not in the chat there right now, so we can't ask.
And yeah, both having tablets in different bomb zooms. That way Shinmaru could take the lead back. But has to deal with another guard, but does it quite nice.
Yep, this is the Hero Castle big key is not shuffled, the same with the other small keys and big keys that drop from enemies as we get our first bottle in Zelda Cell. And it would be nice to go and turn that into Sick Kid. Once we get to CAC, don't have to worry about backtracking.
Yeah, sadly it was not a gold B, otherwise we could have decided that with the bottom merchant for 100 rupees, but just an OB, it can maybe be helpful in Mini Moldom Cave or to kill some enemies in 1 or 2 zooms. But yeah.
And Ema Sky, apparently, thank you chat, is the sprite for Shin.
Beast is a starting weapon. Give the runners a gold B and a boomerang. And they have to fight their way through it with a gold B.
That would be
and have to catch it back again and again. It would work, but you could lose the B and not being able to pull guys again, which would not be ideal.
No, it would not.
But yeah, I think vortexofdoom probably the more execution favored player in this matchup. Game 1 was a really close inverted 80 keys match, where Shinmaru won by about a minute. vortexofdoom then I think had a clean win against Shinmaru in the second game. Probably was a bit more time difference there.
I'd have to double check the race time, but yes, Shinmaru took game 1 and Vortex game 2. Well, Shinmaru got quit the second game, so I don't know what the difference was.
Okay, that's the good needed US key for the next door. That has to be shuffled in the first few tests, otherwise we would be stuck.
Doesn't work too well otherwise, no.
Oh, now we can see the B in use! Pog! Yes! No! Long that's B! Oh, right one!
There we go.
Both of them spelling some bombs to use the B.
Alright, we are into the back of escape now. Gonna bonk off the wall and get the 3 chests here, and now they're pretty much synced up.
Not a B!
And speaking of boomerangs, here's one.
Not a bad B. Aww. Oh, here we have the comparison, what's faster, the bottom load or the top load. But I think if you don't have a sword, it's... You challenge your luck to a big extent to not getting hit by that if you choose the bottom load to get to the top again.
Yeah.
That is just under 6 minutes. We went through the door to finally start a game, more or less. Now we can go wherever we want. But both of us probably just gonna go ahead and do, how's it called, Kakariko, because they're items and we want items, usually.
Yes, we do. Chan informing us that apparently Shinmaru was ahead in game 2, but mismarked a big key, unfortunately. That's an ouch. Always hurts when you lose to a mistrack.
Oh.
As we find a heart piece here in the bonk rocks, not helpful today. But the escape giving us 2 bottles and 2 pod keys is not the most productive escape I've ever seen.
I mean, at least it's 2 bottles. Yeah, you have something to fight. At least they gave you something with it. Even if it was only a B, but you already used 1. Then we have a lamp.
Got a lamp.
Oh, I think we might have an Egg Seed coming up, a lamp, 2 pot small keys. Already a good indicator for maybe to have an early Agar required seed, which you'd love to have in 80 keys, just to not have to worry about those 2 castle tower small keys that can be anywhere otherwise.
20 rupees here, their first rupees of the game. There were no rupees in the tree pool, no rupees on the crab, and no rupees in the escape, so they are very poor.
Oh.
There's some rupees on this tree pool, that's helpful. Shin not doing that though, so it's gonna be short some money heading into CAC.
Yeah, let's see if those 20 rupees gonna make a difference. Usually they don't.
We'll have to see, because neither of them can afford the bottle vendor right now.
Yeah. Okay, what do we want out of CAC here? Maybe an Eastern Palace big key? Or Maybe just have Dark Void access immediately.
Anchor Tower small keys would be interesting given the lamp that showed up.
Oh.
We do have a glove and Quake.
Well,
And
that
their heart container.
it's a
And
third way to getting Dark Void access. Only the hammer or the other glove and the moon pearl.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Vortex of Doom will at least have enough money for the bottom merchant at this point, but with 2 bombs, you might think about even skipping bottom merchant to get those, to buy those 10 bombs that you wanna have for, how's it called, Minimolum Cave. But let's see, maybe we just get enough money in bottom, not bottom of the well in general in Kakariko, playing too much OT.
And I was going to say, and I'm the person who's an OTR or tourney organizer among us. Anyhow, I got a moon pearl there in the well, and half magic which isn't bad.
Okay, but yeah, now it's the weird question for Waters of Doom. Should I buy bombs or not? Or should I buy from bottom merchant? It was the correct choice because bottom merchant doesn't know how to save money, I guess. Gets 100 and gets from 300 away. Not a good salesman. Sadly, we can
That's actually a really good return on investment for Hyrule. Usually, it's terrible. Shadetsu's already having the potential to give you a negative 99.8% return on investment. Pay 500 and get 1 back.
I think.
Alright, Shinmaru had to lose a little time going back into the well for a couple extra rupees, and there's a heart piece off Sick Kid.
Oh, we already have clean mountain access, but we have not a weapon to do anything in Hela yet, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, no weapon for Hera, no big key either, and no way to Hera pot. Single arrow in the library. Vortex is gonna pick it up because why not, I guess?
I probably bluffing, I guess. I don't know. Gonna keep those collection lanes up, or even blind checking the late game here. But Shinmaru is says no to fluffing. Doesn't need it.
Yeah. And it is an interesting. You do see either choice here. Shinmaru actually can gain a little time on race game because in Keysanity, there's a higher chance for an overworld item to have an overworld check to have a required item because they can have keys in Keysanity and they can't in normal seed in like non-Keysanity seeds. But no, race game was just some bombs.
Yeah, it's probably about the same percentage, maybe a little bit higher. Maybe it goes from like 10% to like 15, it feels like. Okay, and that's it. Maybe it moves from 10 to 25. That's probably more accurate, but no, I never tried to count that. But yeah, hoping definitely here for getting enough money to get Zelda done early with a water walk, but we would need another Seanza for that, which are not that there.
No, they're
update.
Well, never mind. There's more money.
So yeah, we'll be probably seeing those hitting the same node. Maybe not.
Yeah, no, Shinmaru's gonna go check Agina first,
game.
it looks like. And same with Vortex.
Not wanting to leave anything behind.
No, being very thorough here in this Keysanity you see, that's a key on Desert Ledge.
Let's see if it pays off. Really interesting. Like, of course it makes sense to be a solo in the early game, but...
Especially because they don't have a lot of immediate progression right now. They can go up the mountain, but there's not a lot they can do there. They can't...
Oh, and that's the part.
They are still missing one item for Dark World access with that Moon Pearl, and they don't have and they don't really have much for Eastern or Desert.
Yeah, let's hope for a quick, dirty Dark World access in South then. It's like a hammer. Hopefully a hammer. With Dark World access is always scary. It always gets a hammer, and then where do I search first now? Do I go into Bag of Seastone if I have to see some big key and small key? Creates probably more interesting questions, but it's much more easy on your mind when you get hammer early.
Yep.
Yeah, seeing the bee in action again, but the bee flies away.
Yeah.
Already said, I've done enough here, and Vortex really needs to watch out here. Only having 3 hearts, 2 modems to fight.
And Shinmaru doing much better with the mini mold worms. Catches up on the... Actually catches back up to Vortex, who really needs to not die here. There's more money and a hammer.
Yeah, maybe for on Vortex position, if he doesn't get a hard defend here, should not do water walk, because collapse exists and they have a tendency to be very deadly if you are, especially when you are on no hearts. But he doesn't care. He is very confident. Let's see if it bites him or not. Oh, Shinmaru making a pause menu check to let Vortex of Doom catch up. Very nice of him.
They're still about a screen apart here.
Yeah, both of them done
a
exactly
second
the
apart.
same. Kind of expected in standard AD keys.
And the small key to thieves. That's nice to find early. This way they don't have to worry about leaving that big chest behind when they're there.
Always nice to get this one early.
Yep. Both runners are setting up for a water walk, though Vortex being very careful with those crabs to not get hit.
Yeah, let's see if one of them, or both, I mean how they're playing, they're not skipping hobo.
And Shinmaru promptly proving you wrong.
Okay, I should say nothing anymore. Yeah, both of them. Okay, I expect him after they did Agina, they...
First big key of the game is not one we want to see, thanks.
I mean, it's nice to have it early and not have to worry about it later. So that's that.
True. Certainly not the most useful of big keys, though.
Wait. Oh yeah, actually catching a second fairly. I guess we have a mirror, so it's not too bad to have 2 of them at this point. Nor did I expect that he dies twice. Not sure. But he's grabbed another one.
Alright, is Zora a scam for us today? No, that is a fluke. We want that.
Yeah. So basically, in the head of the runners, you did Agina early and we're like, nice, a pearl, and now you have a flute on. So then like, oh, I just could have grabbed this flute, unlucky. So there's no advantage here anymore, basically.
No. And they're both going to play to Hype Cave here.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Like, they wanna do all the stuff to Kakariko in the Dark World, because they have to activate the flute regardless. Then they have a decision to make. Do they wanna do more Dark World or maybe go into the mountain? Because there's a lot of stuff available to them.
There really is. Let's see if Hype Cave's any use. 20 bucks. Small key to Skull Woods, that is nice.
It was good to have one of them in hand. Especially this guy with Sticky and a sword!
Alright, that's good to find. First serious unlimited weaponry, as I totally missed one of our 2 red crystals. Desert, apparently. Thank you to our tracker. Drunk Future Self who caught that. It is Desert and Potter, our 2 red crystals.
Yeah, not sure why Shinmaru decided to go for a saving crit here rather than just use the mirror after taking game. Should probably see for Vortex.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Sure, if it's faster to do 2 mirror transitions instead of just walking down here. I think you just want to activate flute as soon as possible, but not 100% certain on that.
No, probably plans on activating the flute when he goes to Thieves Town, I guess.
Yeah, just like it feels mirror decision feels so long, even if they're like only like 4 seconds. I
am a little surprised that Shinmaru skipped the checks that Vortex is doing here Bomb Shot for the red crystal info, K45 Stumpy, and Dig Game is a bunch of quick checks to route together.
Yeah, the red crystal info is not. I wanna say usually skip, but runners tend to skip because you're gonna do 7 crystals anyways. You can do 1 or 2 menu checks to see if you have your crystals, but it can be nice info to know about your crystals early sometimes. Like the more menu information is screen pendant.
Yeah, more bombs for both runners. That doesn't help anything. Although our first minor small and chess games are not too bad. You don't need all of them though.
I mean, at this point, with like 2 bottles, 2 keys for pod, you can always make the argument to just go into pod at this point. But
well, okay. Speaking of pod,
yeah,
here's the Vicky.
Good. I mean, it would be an interesting play going to pod with 2 keys. You can get a lot of stuff out of there, but Beatdown has the progression with hookshot and a pod Vicky now, so Mountain is looking very good.
Very, very good, yeah.
Oh, almost made it out in time after doing the digging game.
Yep, just barely got the text box.
1 dig too much.
And heart container there for Shinmaru. Flute activation for both our runners now.
Okay, Vortex basically following Shinmaru's footstep.
Yep. Then Vortex and Shinmaru is likely to just do the checks south of here that Vortex already did, so switching places between our runners.
I mean, it would be a very interesting choice to skip 6 items in Skywoods and to go for the items instead, but probably does it that way. Like, I like Vortex outing a lot more until now.
Yeah. This Vortex can route it this way, head up to the village from the south, clear out the village, Skull Woods, and then can go up to the mountain from there. Not going to be quite as efficient a route for Shinmaru here, who's going to do his digs for the dig game.
The long dig game.
Very long. I did not count, but this has got to be close to the maximum digs for this dig game.
I think it was like 28 to 30, so yeah, it was pretty much at the maximum.
Yeah.
Here's the big key of pod.
Again, that was the map to GT on K45. I remember saying that it was a map I didn't catch, which unfortunately the GT map gives no information. In Keysanity, maps give you the information as to whether the dungeon has a crystal or a pendant, but only if that's a dungeon that can have a crystal or a pendant. GT is not one of them.
There are 2 useless maps in the game, one for GT and the other one for the castle. Especially if we go out of the way for a map, it feels even worse to pick that up. Like,
Yeah. Alright. Oh, mountain trip now for Shin, which makes sense. There's a lot to do here.
I mean, the worst thing for Shin would be mids in Skywoods.
Yeah, because then Vortex would be able to do Dark Death Mountain and Light Death Mountain here, which is even more checks.
I mean, actually, what we could see technically today is how's it called? The Tomb Blader, where you jump from Grave Village directly into King's Tomb. because maybe he doesn't even wanna continue after that. Like, anyways, to catfish. Like if you're Vortex after Skywoods, but if you fail, you're gonna lose a lot of time and have to skip a check. So we probably won't see that today. And there's a key.
Also, classic getting shoveled just after you did Stumpy K45 there on Old Man. Yeah, Smokey and Speck Rock. Skullwood's giving us a big key to Mire that we need. And that's our third pot small.
Oh, that's looking better and better by any second.
I totally missed the chest Vortex just opened in Skullwoods on the left there.
Was the Maya big key and the shield, I think, so nothing important.
Okay, and the map's desert, which... Okay, well, we already know that's red crystal. Not helpful game.
Good maps. Like, there's one track about maps and compasses that are logically required to get to the boss. So, to have the information to you available at some point before you go into GT. So, it's not a coincidence that we find a lot of maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 3 pot smalls, pot big, there's a lot of the things you can do in pot now.
Yeah, if you open the front door, nice Kane game,
Nice mids.
yeah, that's a very convenient location. Speaking of mitts for the mountain, well, there's that.
Yeah, we're gonna full clear the mountain. Maybe not do Spike Cave, because we don't have a cave. Well, I'm eating my words.
We can't do the Hera big chest or the Hera basement, but we can do the rest of this place, assuming we don't just find one of the Hera keys in here. Is that an ice rod over on Vortex's side?
Pretty sure it was a fire lot.
Okay, I looked over and I saw a rod. I wasn't sure which.
I'm pretty sure I saw that flashing. Like, I was looking at the Hela pot from Shin, but I think it was that.
Desert Small for him. Was that a small key for Vortex on Lumberjack?
I have no idea.
Thought I saw one there, but I'm honestly not sure. That is definitely a fire rod on that side on Bumper, though. And our tracker DFS confirming it was indeed a small key on Lumberjack. Thank you.
Oh, that's always really interesting, because if that small key is something like Skywoods, and Skywoods is required to get into GT, we know that both Castle Tower small keys cannot be in GT. So that's always something to keep in mind of, but it can very also be a Maya small that only unlocks 2 checks. So we will not find out until very late, probably.
And Hera is our first pendant here for Shinmaru, giving him the map to Thieves as Vortex finds the map to Hera.
This it has some good timings already.
26 minutes first dungeon done, not too bad.
I would be surprised if he goes for Catfish here. Like, that bomb doesn't look that far away at the moment, so you can combine Catfish later with Pillman.
I agree with you on that. And small key to TR in King's Tomb. We do need 3 of those at minimum for it to full clear, so that's good to find.
Yeah, as long as you're not stupid and spend it in the lava door.
Yeah. Graveyard Ledge was a map to Hera, which we really don't need because it's green pendant. And it looks like Vortex is going to current jump to Catfish, actually.
Gets the current jump first fly here.
Very nice.
Head over to Catfish.
Paradox for Shinmaru is going to be 7 checks here. Let's see if there's anything in here.
I mean, the bad thing would be Tower Feather big key.
Yeah. No, hey, Master Sword, that's not a bad thing to find. And that tempered. Okay.
Okay, we have swords.
We have swords. And our first ice small. And Catfish's bombs. I would have laughed if Buttersword was in there too, but no.
Yeah, Catfish useless as always. Nobody likes Catfish.
Nope.
But yeah.
Tempered though means don't need to worry about combat for the rest of the seed, more or less. Alright, tempered
thing we have to
is.
worry about is health. Because Vortex is again on 1.5 parts. Where does he take all the damage?
True. Though we do already have 10 hearts for Shin, and that's 9 for Vortex.
I mean, it could be interesting if this is Quake and Vortex can actually enter TR, but he can't because it's Ether. But yeah, both of them basically, I would say, up to the same level. Vortex with the knowledge about the Fire Lord on, what's it called? Bumper Cave, probably a bit better, but I don't think Shinmaru is skipping out on Seastone for long, Skywoods for long, where the cane is.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I totally missed those in Super Bunny Key for Shin.
Don't think there was anything important in there.
Okay, thanks.
If you didn't see anything, it's mostly useless. And that's
Alright,
the
this is our first castle
key.
tower, Smee.
And Ether, so we could what is could get, I think, 2 items out of TR here. Yeah, it should be 2.
Yeah.
And we can
first chest and
most
chain
likely,
chomps, I think, yeah.
And he can most likely do Maya when he goes over there as well.
Doing the right chance he can get in the door, yeah.
And he can do
Castle
everything.
map in Super Bunny. Gotcha, thank you, chat.
Yeah, I think he probably wants to grab Fire Lord before going into Maya. Anyways, because Fire Lord is just better than a lamp, usually.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the biggie chest, but we can do a lot of stuff already.
Yeah. And nothing in Spike Cave.
Shinmaru probably goes ahead and describe with Snow. Could go into Port, I guess. Maybe Maya there first. But Skywoods has the good stuff. Like the Maya Big Key and the Fire Lord. And the Cane.
In my area first. We do know he's gonna get locked out of here pretty quick at least. And while Fire Rod is technically next door to Skullwoods and Bumper Ledge, but yeah, same area.
Yeah, probably go ahead into Skywoods and then it's like, okay, I need my Fire Lord. Oh, look, that's a Fire Lord. I guess I should go back there.
Also, Vortex is back off the mountain checking the shovel for some bombs. Skipping Hera for the moment, knowing that is a pendant as you find the desert and TR bigs in Meyer shed. Okay, game.
We are both away from 2 Lexus tilts at this point.
Yes, and Shinmaru is going to take that Desert Big Key and pick up this small key off Desert Ledge and then go beat Desert, because he can do that. Then there's a Hera small.
Nice. Hera small key. Exactly what you wanted to see.
But Desert's going to be a pretty quick dungeon to clear here. It'll be our first red crystal for Shin, and
You made Pond Desert for the small already? I don't know where that was.
We did. That was Hera.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see it on Vortex screen in a moment.
Yep. And Desert Big Chest is our first small key to GT. That is nice to find.
We want at least one if we don't want to go into the basement, which might be possible today. But but there can be anything for the sleep pendants. We already have one. Or Kazatoa keys. But we already have one as well.
Yeah. Vortex back up the mountain and in Hera now finding Mitts and Cape. Nothing for Shin in the desert amp chest, just some money.
Yeah, Shin not knowing about the Fire Lord And now with no good weapon basically for Landmore. Let's see if he decides to do it now or come back for it later.
We'll see.
I mean,
here.
Tempered Sword is fine, but it's just better to have Fire Lord at this point. Like, Vortex should just probably after Hela do Spike, I think, up Fire Lord before even going to Darkness Mountain.
Because Vortex can, yeah, especially because Vortex will see Ether. Depends, I'm not sure, but we know Vortex will be able to go into TR. He's actually going to be able to do several checks in there with Cane and Fire Rod and one small key.
It's gonna be interesting. For sure. I think that's a really interesting spot here, but I think I should just get Fire Lord for the case that you can maybe go into TR early. And that is... Oh no, he gets the small key first. Understandably. I think it was like pod or something, yeah.
Inspec Rock was pod, yes. Alright, Landmo's here for Shin.
Utilizing his Tempered Sword to the best. And yeah, vortexofdoom, like I said, finally, something like they do, like I said, goes for Spy Cave and probably grabs the Fire Lord. Just in the case he could get into TR. Or
and pod small number 4 plus our first crystal there for Shin at 34 minutes.
Let's hope for Shin he doesn't dip into Maya here. It wouldn't be that bad, but it would be better if he just don't and come back later with the big key and the Somali out of the Skywoods area. Yeah, I decided to skip it for now. vortexofdoom. Yeah, this has to be a Fire Lord from Bomber Cave.
Yeah.
It's just so useful everywhere he goes. He could also go into Ice Palace, doesn't have the big key, but we know how the seed went today. Ice Palace big key? No, that's a cheaty big key, oh.
Yeah, 3 big keys in the Mire area. Okay, game. We are missing the Eastern Hera, Swamp Thieves, and Ice Bigs at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Sadly, we don't know anything about our penance yet.
No. And Shinmaru is going to go into Detmeyer without the big key or the cane. He's gonna get locked out, but this is gonna be a bit of a time sink.
Yeah, probably gonna lose like a minute and a half about doing this early. Not that I fought him too much, but just unlucky for him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, especially with Lamp, he's gonna lose not a lot of time, but a bit of time to the left side, and can I go for the boss? It just doesn't feel good.
No.
At least he has a small key.
Yep, I do hope that I hope he doesn't. I kind of hope he doesn't find anything of use in here because he needs to go to Skull Woods. But pod is an appealing play, unfortunately for him. I think with 4 small keys and the big key now, he can pretty much do everything in there if he wants to. Well,
yeah.
and the bottle for he can do potion, glitcher, mimic clip. That's a mushroom.
Yeah, and with Lamp only just decides to not even go for the cutscene chest.
Knows where his fire rod is. Although he doesn't know where his fire rod is actually, but yeah, doesn't want to spend the time on it right now.
He doesn't know it yet.
I realized that after I said that. Nice rail clip.
Nice first fly. Save some good time.
Yeah, this play, I do get why Shin is in here. It makes sense with his routing. It just doesn't save him any time.
Yeah, it's just 5 somewhat fast tracks. And it's not like a dungeon like Pod that you have a long time getting back to. So it's not ever a bad play to do this early.
Nope. Looking at under the Skullwoods Bridge for Vortex, doesn't do a whole lot. And
Good.
got a small key to TR. That we need.
Let's see if we maybe get yet another pendant from Skywoods.
Yeah, still no book, so can't read the pen just yet.
Oh, this is? Yeah, this is Skywoods area.
Okay,
Probably
good.
gonna do Skywoods, Firelord, gonna go back to Skywoods. Oh, be careful, Vortex! Oh my god. Vortex just...
Making me nervous there.
Everything's scary.
And
What?
yeah, that's a
Pendant.
pendant. You called it.
Very interesting with the Swamp Palace map there, because now the 3 keys are actually probably logically required to get into GT. So it's very unlikely that we have Castle Tower small keys in GT at this point.
Well, we know where one castle tower small key is. It was in Hookshot Cave. We don't know where the other is.
Yeah. Probably in pot.
Probably.
Yeah, kind of how I expected it to go, that vortexofdoom goes into my area first and doesn't have Ether at this point. Okay,
Yeah, because Ether was on Mount Darketh Mountain. There's Kane for Shin.
Basically doing whatever the other person has done before. Oh, nice! Perfect dash from Vortex here to avoid taking damage to the sparkly things. I think that's flame perfect to get a dash off.
Something like that.
Melano finds both Somalia and Maya Biki in Skywoods after going into Maya. Must feel bad. On the other, they have Miller Shield on one side. Wonder where the other 2 shields were that we didn't see.
Meyer.
Oh, of course.
That's what Shin found in Meyer was 2 spots. He found 2 shields and not much of anything else. Was he got out of Meyer?
Nice, more lag. Let's go. There's the map for Skywoods. So we could have found out what Skywoods was, but Shin not wanting all those time losses from picking up maps. At least not from the torch. Also finds the fire lot here. Probably gonna be a little bit annoyed about that one.
Yeah. At least he doesn't have to make 2 dips into the Skullwoods area. Oh, not like, well, he doesn't have to come all the way back because Vortex has had to make multiple trips. It's relatively quick to run back from here, though. It's kind of inconsequential, I suppose, really, but both runners just doing what the other runner has already done right now, so please do give both of our runners a follow, Shinmaru and Vortex, to my co-com Schultzer, and to our chat group, Drunk Future Self.
Don't forget to add yourself to that as well, Star.
Thanks.
Yeah. Classic AD style Shinmaru going for all the checks. Sadly, they don't get any benefit. I think they're pretty much tied up at this point after Shin goes for Skywoods and Vortex. I don't know. I think Shin might have a small lead at this point, it feels like, but nothing too major. Probably all in like the sphere of a minute, so no clear advantage at this point.
Yeah.
Vortex definitely has an easier time on bosses with Firelord, instead of just having Temper Sword.
That will help.
Couldn't even do vanilla NMG anymore without a bow. Disgusting. Didn't even get a chance. And back to Skywoods we go. There's basically no time to do this any faster. I mean, you could wait for the book and hope that you can get a pet check, but
it's not worth it, I don't think.
I mean, it would be worth it, but because there was nothing in the bag of Skywoods, and it could be a consideration, but you just wanna, at this point, you especially wanna find a boat going to port.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that Pod Eastern is the next play at this point. With it all, they've got a lot of pod smalls. For Vortex is missing a pod small from where is he? Apparently, he's only got 3 marked. So I'm not sure which ones he's not got.
It's probably Maya or Mountain.
I've got it marked as Uncle Chest, Friend of Escape, Inside Spec Rock, and Landmoose. All of which I think he checked, so he should have 4.
Yeah.
So just need to update the tracker. Alright. Okay, tracker's updated. Yeah, he should have 4. So they both have 4 pod smalls, which means they can logically do everything except for Harmless Hellway, Big Key Chest, and Helmosaur, which isn't too bad. Oh, and I guess also technically right side, but they should both know how to do right side without a bow.
Yeah, now it's an interesting spot for Vortex because he can go to the he can do the first 4 checks in TR, which I don't think is a bad idea because you don't know about Ice Sword, but Shinmaru can hold on for that for a bit and just do with one more on. Oh, he can actually go to Laser Bridge with 2 Smokies at this point if he wants to.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Vortex goes into TR here actually, because he's going to be able to, and TR is the other main location besides Pod Eastern for checks right now.
Yeah, the fact that he got the Teller first did help out a little bit. Overall, yeah. I would say.
Ether picked up for him, speaking of, and the green potion. And that's pendant number 2 for Shin.
Yeah, he hasn't even checked the TR medallion anyway, so probably goes ahead and does that. But for Shin it's like, either, I guess he can clear Maya at this point. Maya or Potty, but we can clear Maya, so it makes sense to just get it out of the way. Maybe skip cutscene chest on the way, maybe do it. I would say that's a 50-50 now. He skipped it once already.
We'll have to see, but this makes sense for Shinari to just clear this out real quick.
Yeah, you don't know if it's a crystal or a pendant. We already have 2 pendants, so it would be like really nice to know that we have all pendants before we entering GT here. Be really good for Vortex if there's something like a bow in the first few checks in TR. But
nope, that's bottle percent.
Yeah, for bottleness, but it could be get worse if the bow is just sitting in Maya.
As you say that.
I mean, I saw the bow before saying that.
Okay.
That doesn't count as time. Yeah, that's a good bow for Shin. Can go ahead and clear pod.
Yeah, he is going straight to pod after this. And then it would make sense to dip into Eastern. We still don't have the Eastern big, but that might just be in the Pod Eastern area. There's a lot of items there. And it's not there, that's for sure, because Vortex just picked up the map of Thieves Town, which we don't particularly need at this point. And Vortex is going to leave.
Yeah, probably gonna follow. Yeah,
only has 1 TR small, because the second TR small was in Meyer.
Yeah. He released the ferry to get the help to do the first sim of Maya quickly. To get the NMG readings again. I mean, it's very much RNG, I think it's like 12 HUD containers. Basically the same set of equipment.
Just about, yeah.
The main thing you're missing is flippers.
Speaking of flippers and items we're missing, what are we actually missing for Go Mode? We need Ice Rod, we need flippers.
Too much.
We need Ice Rod, flippers, and some keys, I think, is what we're missing. Because I think Ice Rod and flippers are the only items we still need. We're also missing the Eastern Big, Thieves Big,
Bomb Small,
and the TR Small. Not the worst list, but yeah, still missing quite a few.
Let's see if Shinmaru will lose this game to cutscene chest here.
We'll see as we get the Skullwood's Compass already and our second crystal there picked up.
Oh, that was the mushroom. I wonder if we will see that getting ever checked by Shin.
It's pretty quick to turn into a flute.
Yeah, I might saying, oh yeah, the boss behind Maya's monkeys and I only have one at this point. I don't want to check it. This menu is to the flute, it's making me crazy. He really wants a book to get those menus better. Okay, this could be really bad for Shin now if this is something, but likely I would say.
And Mushroom was second GT small is not the most helpful given that GT big has already been found. There could, if our third pendant is TR or something, we might end up needing to go into GT for an item. So that might still be useful.
Yeah, I definitely would say that Shin has basically the Maya clear as an advantage side now.
Pretty much, and just a herpes on cutscene chest. So Shinmaru is it actually wins bit of the time as long as he doesn't go back, and he shouldn't be going back for that.
I would be very much surprised, especially. It feels like it is behind GT anyways, like one Maya small key is in GT at this point, but we don't know that.
Yeah, because left side Meyer isn't locking. Left side Meyer only locks a couple checks in GT, maybe, with that GT small. And Vicky the Ice is not one of the ones we really need. And Earth. Well, okay, that's our third TR small. We do need that.
Mirror shield. Also still on green mail at this point. Wow. 50 minutes into the thing.
Green mail, but we do have bottle percent between our runners. Yeah, we have bottle percent. We have half magic. We've got a lot. We've got 11 hearts. It's not the worst situation to only have green mail.
I was about to say, Vortex almost skipped a TR small here on Maya Bridge.
That would have been bad. Speaking of Maya Smalls, there's another one in pod.
Yay, Maya Smalls. Last small key.
Shinmaru does open the front door, which makes sense. It's really slow to skip it.
Have you seen how Vortex cleared Zoom and Maya? Bouncing the block away and still making it through the door?
No. It looks like Shinmaru's gonna skip the key chest here, which it could do harmless LH. Fair enough. Since he opened the front door and only has 4 keys, you can only choose one or the other. Can't do both. Yeah. Unless he finds a pod small in here, which is which is quite possible given how the seed's been so far. I would not be surprised to see a pod small in here.
Anyway, at this point, I mean, we have CTR small keys, so there can be a pod small sitting in.
Yeah.
Easily.
Should be an Eastern, could be the other place, some other places. And Harmless Hellway is a map to ice. Thanks, game.
I mean, we probably wanna do that soon. Can full clear it now with the ice pad big key from Zarzad. Yep. Not the big key we wanted, but the big key we got.
Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about leaving the Ice Palace big chest behind.
Yeah, and probably Vortex on Shinmaru footsteps here.
back of
Like,
Pod
he
is
has
really not
no
playing out
better
with
play.
anything right now. And yeah, Pod is the absolutely the best play. There's the back of Pod is just giving us money right now.
Yeah, Pod was entirely useless until now.
It does make me wonder if one of our Pod smalls is just locked behind our Go mode or something, and that's why the back is absolute junk.
At this point, do you clear Eastern at this point? Probably you do. They will like it
While
almost
you're
never get
here?
faster.
Yeah.
It might also be good information to know if Eastern Palace might be a pattern or not, and to know where you have to look out for an Eastern Palace small in the Eastern Palace big in the late game.
Yeah.
We will find the other big key at some point, because we had like, I think a Desert Palace small that is required for the existing Desert Palace behind the tier big key. So we'll find at least one more chunk big key. Hopefully soon. The Hell Basement is also a thing we can go, and there's the Ice Lord. Oh, that's very good for Shin. Now we can just go ahead to TR and clear it.
Just, yeah, clear everything except for the lava chest.
Wait, shouldn't he have 3 tier smalls? Because he only marked 2 on his stacker? Uh-oh.
Let's see, where were our TR smalls? King's 2, Meyer Bridge, and Saha's Hut. I think he should have 3.
Yeah,
but
he has 3.
It's a mismark on his personal tracker and not on the restream tracker, I think. They should both have all 3 TR smalls we've seen.
Yeah. Let's hope he remembers that. Because that 2 key count could hold him off going into TR for some time.
Yeah. That would be unfortunate, since he's apparently miscounted his TR smalls. Or at least I'm pretty sure he's got 3. I'm not sure how he... Because I know he's done King's Tomb, and he just did Saha's Hut a minute ago, and he definitely did the Meyer one, so...
Oh, let's see. Right side pot hover. Vortex goes through it. It looks good, and he made it. Gonna save a good chunk of time on Shinmaru and pot.
Yeah. And our tracker DFS confirming us all that Shin should have 3 TR smalls.
Yeah. Shinmaru's not using an outsider here, so his info on his stacker can definitely be wrong.
Yeah, apparently that's what caused him game 2. I hope it doesn't repeat again this time.
I mean, he will find out as soon as he enters TR that he has 3.
Yeah, it's just that he might not enter TR for a bit if he thinks he's missing a key.
It also could, like, enhance his play, find these TR small first, and realize that you are 4, and then check lava chest for your go mode.
That's also
Could
possible.
happen.
We just don't know yet. Helmet's down for Shin. Vortex just a couple of rooms behind.
Yeah, he has another back though, so he has to go back into pod for nothing. And another crystal that we already know, because it was another crystal.
Yeah. And just a Harpies and Helma. That is the second red crystal for Shinmaru. The Pyramid Fairy is now available, technically out of logic without 2 of our pot smalls, but honestly, the pot smalls might just be in TR. Shin does not know they are red crystals. He has not talked to the bomb shop person yet.
I mean, Shin should know now technically because he opened his menu and he can see it.
That's true.
So he has information that he has at least 2 red crystals, despite not knowing from where they are. Yeah,
he's gonna go into ice first, which makes sense. As we talked about earlier, it's fully clearable. Technically out of logic without flippers, but you don't actually need them in here just to get in the door, technically, so it doesn't much care.
Yeah, especially in his mind, he is still looking for TR smalls, so that makes totally sense, doing that before TR.
Yep.
Like, of course, we cannot know where he looks when he's doing his menu. So, at least he marked 2 the existence. He marked Naya. He's wrong. Close call.
Yeah.
And the good old Icebreaker. We bought a blue cane. Good thing it was not a red cane today.
Yeah, it's
Very
always
much
rude when that's the red
appreciated.
cane, because it's like, oh great, I would have liked that to ice break, but no.
I think with Miss Either on the table will be definitely far closer to the go mode now. Like, I think we are missing 4 items, 5 items.
Eastern
Castle-
big, swamp small, flippers, and
Castle
what's
Tower
the thing?
small, Sea Town big.
Oh yeah, Castle Tower small, thieves big, so 5 items.
I mean, it's not a lot. We have a
No,
complete swamp panel.
5 items for go mode sub hour is not bad for an AD key seed.
Yeah, I mean it was standard 80 keys, so it tends to be quite linear.
That is true. Okay, Shinmaru does know Pyramid is available. Looking at his personal checkers, let that files down too. He doesn't know which two exactly were his red crystals, but he knows that he does have both red crystals. So he'll route that in sometime.
At this point, progression is most likely just sitting in TR.
I think so.
So many things for it at this point. Like, Vortex could go into Eastern Panacea, might not. He really hoped for a small key to combine the Eastern Panacea Sticky Chest with the basement here, but did not get that lucky. We will never find out what is in that chest. We hopefully will never find it out. Otherwise, we're gonna know what our last occasion is gonna be. Yeah, and Vortex still putting Shinmaru 2 ice pits.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense following progression at this point.
Oh yeah, small routing mistake here. If you have the big key and hit this, don't hit the switch, you just do Ice Thief from the other side. A little bit faster. Especially if you don't have to grab the big key again, or the small key. But yeah, happy hour, by the way. We are 1 hour in.
Happy 1 hour, everyone.
Almost missed it. Not quite.
Just really needed. Happy 1 hour. We're on Cold Stare. Should be a pretty quick fight.
Yeah. I would be... No, we won't see a second hour.
We're 5 items from go mode at 1 hour in. We shouldn't.
And Ice Palace was complete garbage.
Yes,
Oh!
indeed. Yay!
No items at all. I don't even think there was a single small key in here. Okay, there was a burner.
The Birdo's the only thing in here. Yeah, I don't think there's even a small key. Which tells me flippers might be go mode, potentially, if it just happens to be the logical last check. Did Shin skip that check? No, he did.
No.
Shin got Burno.
Even went for Ice Tea.
Yep.
Chat a blue loopy. That was like the only important check for me, because you might be tending to skip that.
This looks like a pyramid fairy check, pyramid-led check for Shin, now that he's got his red crystals.
Yeah, especially combined with Castle Tower as well.
Yeah, he can do the first check there and see what that is. Can't
Actually,
finish it,
both
doesn't
checks.
have a sec. Oh yeah, do both checks but can't kill Aga right now, unless one of the small keys is on the pyramid or in Aga Tower.
I mean, at this point it's also very likely that the small key on Lumberjack is just discovered small key.
I mean, it's what small keys are we missing? We're missing 2 pod smalls, but those can't be on Aga. We're missing the swamp small could be there. I think it's a big thing we don't want to see.
Hot small key could be on Aga Tower or Lumberjack.
Actually, no, you're right. Yeah, it could be a pod small, it could be the swamp small, which we wouldn't want to have missing track. We are missing a couple skull wood smalls, a couple ice smalls. I think we're missing a Meyer small, and we're missing a couple GTN smalls in our 4th TR small. There's a few things there. Nothing on Pyramid Fairy.
Question probably just sitting in TR. Like we have TR left, and I think this Miss Chain, which has 3 checks, and that's it for our knowledge at this point. I mean, the 2 Casa Tower checks coming up, but that's all we have left for checks. Could have even seen the fake powder in the seed.
Yeah, but that's dead now, for Shin at least, because he decided to keep it. That's our big key to Thieves Town, so I guess we're going there next.
That's a good find.
Yep.
Let's see if Vortex followed that edition and follows Shinmaru as well. I mean, best case for Vortex. Oh yeah, he's going up the mountain. That's a saving quid. Is to find a Casa Tower small key in TR at this point. I mean, it's not that bad to do Aga Tower after you clear GT, but it's always better just to do all of Aga Tower in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Shin giving vortexofdoom a little bit of time back by doing Cavefish, which Vortex already did. And yeah, full clearable TR, which we already opened. Don't open it again, thank you. And yeah, Shinmaru probably goes ahead and does the sound Smith Chain, because why the hell not? Yeah, that TR small might be his demise, but at this point it doesn't matter because he found the Seastone big in Naga Tower.
Yeah, and that's something that Vortex might not get for a little bit. Where was Blue Mail, by the way? Because I think I missed it.
Ice Peddler Singers? Be my
I guess.
Yeah, also interesting that Shinmaru did a map check and marked Swamp Palace as a pendant, so we have a potential Swamp Palace small key in GT.
That is possible, as Blue Mail is apparently vanilla, which I think isn't. Yeah, Ice Palace big chest.
I mean, it's not even that bad if the Swamp Palace small key is in GT, because then you don't have to full clear Swamp Palace, but you full clear GT instead. I don't know what's better or what's worse at this point.
Me neither.
Yeah, vortexofdoom did the right thing to skip Lava Chest here. We probably will find another TR small key on Laser Ditch, as it is Sedition.
Yep.
Oh my god, why are you still on... Why are you again on 2 hearts, Vortex? What are you doing? Every time I glance over the Vortex, he's like on 1 or 2 hearts the entire time. So even with Flippers, there's not much opening up for Vortex. So it's probably gonna force to do Aga Tower that bomb here anyways. Like, I would say it's very unlikely that the small key on number Jack is the Swamp Palace small key. We're still missing so many logical small keys to get into GT at this point.
We really are, because we're missing both. We're still missing 2 pod smalls. We're missing... especially 2 pod smalls at this point.
Yeah, two
Skullwoods. Skullwoods is a pendant.
Yeah, but it is logically required because there was a map on the boss, which makes it also required.
Right, yeah, good point. As we find a map pod, thanks. Speaking of those
They'll
things.
need that TR small. Yeah.
We still need a TR small yet for that. What? I just totally missed the Thieves Town big chest on Shin's side.
Be a piece of art or something like that. Oh yeah, also
Okay.
Eastern. Then we have not touched Eastern yet.
Nope, neither runner went there after pod. Still don't have the big key for it, but there are a few items in the front. TR so far I don't think had much of anything for Vortex. That I noticed. As I say that, we find our, well, Meyer Small, thanks. That's our last Meyer Small on Laser Bridge. Which puts our Mushroom in that GT Small in logic, I guess. There's silvers.
Wait, there was nothing in TR?
That was a snooze. And that's our big key to Eastern. Alright, I guess we're doing Eastern.
Well, that works out perfectly for Shin then, because he's gonna do Eastern and just gonna go into GT after.
He'll need to beat TR, but yeah. I think he'll actually go to TR after Eastern, that is, and then realize, oh, I've had 3 TR smalls for a while. Whoops!
Shin is definitely in the lead here, if he sees that he has one more small key than he actually does. And I mean, going into TR with that many checks open.
I mean, even if he only thinks he has 2, he might just go up the mountain anyway, because that's his densest location at this point. Yeah. After Eastern.
Vortex City has to go to that bomb first. Or have maybe a Kasatoa small key on Miss Jane. It could just be an Eastern Pass as well.
Yeah, because he needs that Thieves Big at this point.
We also need to find flippers, which are somewhere.
We do. I'm wondering... Those can't be in GT because Ice was a crystal, but I was thinking that flippers would be in TR, but they're apparently not. So that might... If they're not in Eastern, there's a decent chance they're on Smith Chain.
Yeah, it feels like there's something on Smith Chain at this point. Like,
we're running out of places for logic to be.
Exactly. Okay, that looks like mushroom. Check. Okay, that's the ice pet, the small key. So one more small key. It can be on. It cannot be on Lumberjack.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always interesting to have a map or compass or small key, big keys on GT on Lumberjack, because you don't even know. Is this now logically required? Maybe it would be interesting at some point to have colors for the keys. And there's the other big key that was needed at some point.
Yeah, I guess that was logically required. Might actually lock a check too. Or lock an item. Map to Meyer.
Like we need 2 Skywoods and 2 pot spots. And we have
we do.
10 checks left if it's not in Swarm. I mean, we need flippers. Like, what the hell?
Game's being rude, that's for sure.
I don't think skipping Smith Chain. I mean, Shin has the entire TR left from his perspective, so skipping stuff probably not too good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on whether or not Shin wants to dip TR with what he thinks is 2 small keys.
That's a small put a small key.
Alright then, well there's that. It is not in GT.
What? Where are flippers then?
That's a really good question.
They're probably not in pod, because there is probably a pod small key in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, because
probably have a go mode GT at this point.
I think so. Looks like Vortex is doing Agatara now, so look at that Thieves Big.
Like the bad thing that could happen for Shin here, that he does TR, finds nothing and hopes to find the Agatha Small Key in GG, and I don't think he will. Vortex with the T-Zombie Key now. I mean, Shin already has his portal saved on the Kekasiko right now, so he could just go after Eastern Palace back to Miss Chain to get that out of the way. And hope for another TR small key, because he thinks he has 2 and wants 3 to clear the dungeon. Maybe he has 4? No, that's the second Castle Tower key. So we have flippers from Go mode?
We are flippers from Go mode, yep.
So we're Go modding Swamp Palace and GT. Let's go!
Yay!
I think Shin will probably go into TR here, I think.
I really think he should, at least. Even though he only thinks he's got 2 keys, he should. Nope. Where is he
doing
going?
flipper checks. Doing hobo.
Yeah, he skipped that earlier.
Oh, nope. We
Oh, no, he's taking the
number
portal.
check. I mean, at this point,
he did skip that earlier because he did. You just do it.
Oh no, yeah, he didn't. No, I think it was only Vortex who did it after Bumper Cave.
He was the one who did it, yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna see a small key and it's like, should I do that? Like Vortex, like 99% hits one pad. Oh, that would be so bad if he does Miss Chain, doesn't find a. Oh, he could. No, he's not gonna skip. How's it called? Eastern Palace Biggie Jazz. There's no way. Not how he's played right now. I think that this will maybe put Vortex back into the need.
Possibly, because I'll have to see. As Shin's catching back up on the, because Vortex is catching back up on the Thieves Town progression now, and he's going to go Eastern after.
Yeah,
with the big key.
I mean, he probably does this mission then as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he skipped it. Like how he played, he skipped nothing. Like not a thing. So starting to skip stuff now would not suit his play style. Yeah, Shin is like going for the Castle Tower small key on Lumberjack, which takes another 40 seconds to get to, and that is just the time that Vortex needs to catch up. And might be enough for him. I mean, what could be even worse, that Shin found his flippers, would be in Go mode and he didn't know it, and clears a lot of swamp for a TR small, which could have also happened. Like, flippers has to be on Smith Chain, I think, at this point.
I'm not sure where else it can be.
Lava chest.
Lava chest would be rude, but then the TR small's gotta be basically on Smith Chain. I mean, there's only so many places in the game for this entire thing.
Yeah, it's super unlikely it's in pot at this point. Like, I would call it 0%, but no, I think it's 0% actually. Like, we would need 2 pots more on 3 checks. It's possible.
Game does do some really goofy things sometimes. I saw a Keysanity seed a couple of weeks ago where we had 5 pod smalls in the first 8 minutes of the seed. And unsurprisingly, pod was required. Like, sometimes the game is just that silly. As there's the Eastern Dig for Vortex.
Quick swap to hookshot, I guess?
Maybe.
Let's see if he skips Miss Chain. But even then, he does Eastern first. Yeah. No, he's not gonna skip Miss Chain. He's gonna get his flippers and then do Eastern and get his Swamp at a small key go mode, more or less. Wait, you can pick up the Smith from there? What the hell? Why have I never seen this before?
Huh.
Probably because it's stupidly precise, and I know from Vortex that he wants to squeeze every frame he can get, even if the disk could lose 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the flippers. Not surprising at all.
Yep, that is as expected. Alright, Agatara down for Shin. Let's see where he goes next. Please goes. No. Okay, it's gonna go run off from here, so not fluting.
And that's a portal again.
Not the portal here, okay.
Okay, as long as Vortex does not do a single skip in the seed, he's gonna win. But if he's gonna do one skip in the seed, and the one he has left, he could lose this.
Yeah.
Let's see if this is a TR small. Like the bad thing for Shin, even if this is not a TR small. If he goes to TR now, oh, and he's gonna go TR now and then will not have flippers. He can go more GT, so it's not that bad, but the fact that he now has to full clear TR will cost him the game. Like, I don't think that he is at it anymore.
No, because Vortex also full clear TR, but Shin's done some extra checks besides, and yeah, that's gonna be time to get Shin doesn't have to spend.
If he would go more TR and found flippers early, then he would have won. But that's not the case.
No.
So almost had the big lane play to not mark the TR small and getting everything else not in TR. But it did not work out perfectly.
No, unfortunately that Agatara key on Armos Knights ended up being a little too... It's both convenient and inconvenient in that it got him his 4th TR small, which he thinks is his 3rd. And so now he's heading up here, and instead of going over to... instead of going to Smith Chain.
A Vortex. To not do the one skip. Oh yeah, we also had Heather the entire time open to us as well. 2 checks.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, he's gonna go for the big chest first because these 2 items. Wait, go on. Don't do it, Vortex. Okay, this is basically GG. But we know that everything can happen. But Vortex definitely has the lead now because he will find his 2 Gomod items in back-to-back checks now.
Yep.
I don't think
it did over till you have bacon. Technically true, but it is... Shinmaru is in a difficult spot right now is the issue.
Yeah, I don't think that Shinmaru is like super far behind, but it's gonna be like, I think, 1.5 minutes? Maybe even, it could be that close. But full clear for TR takes a good chunk of time.
Yeah, because Vortex is already almost done with Eastern, and then it's just going to be a really quick run through Swamp versus... Like, the difference is, like, if the difference is a full clear TR versus, like 2 minutes of Eastern here, maybe? There's a... Yeah,
I mean, Shin has already did Aga, so...
That's true. So there's a little bit there, but it's still a couple of minutes difference here. I'm really bad at mathing how long ALttPR dungeons take, so I don't know the specific particular numbers.
Basically TR versus the Aga Tower and finding flippers. I mean, it's not far off.
No, it's not super far off, but there's also just relatively few places to lose time. It's mostly execution at this point. You're not like you're not going to see a difference in GT routing, for instance, since it's
Yeah.
Keysanity.
I mean, Shin also might go for Heather at this point, and if he does that, then he's not only behind in general, but then gets further behind, and that's go mode for Vortex at 123.
Yep.
Flat, I think, or earlier.
Just about 123.
And there's
That's
book.
that's just more
that's
things for
even
Shinmaru
worse.
to do. That's not what he wants. That's just more things that aren't Smith Chain to do.
Yeah,
Probably run over to Ether Tablet while he's up here. At least he'll plan to do Babu's Tablet with Smith Chain probably and find us go when he gets there. But Ped would be an annoying. Oh, he should skip Ped because it's flow risk mode. But Ether Tablet's just more time to sync.
Yeah, like every second counts here.
Yep.
Like the book, like he might tend to do the other stuff first, or like do Smith Chain into book track, but I don't think it's enough. Just don't think it's enough.
Yeah.
Like if he would go to how's it called Hammer Packs immediately after he clears GT, it's still gonna be close. But if he goes into Heather and all, I don't think it's enough.
No.
I mean, Vortex spent like I think a good minute of his time collecting maps and stuff. Okay, maybe not a minute, maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
He did spend a little time, yeah.
Yeah, he spent a good time of just fluffing. But in like on this level, everything counts. Every second you can save counts. Sometimes it's clear cut in the race, but sometimes it matters if you skip one check or not.
Yeah.
Shinmaru made some skips. Did work out for him, but now he made one long skip basically for the flippers, and that will cost him the race. Like if he gets flippers before entering Eastern,
He'd be in a much better spot, yeah.
yeah, he might like. Yeah, okay, you always go Eastern because you don't have to spawn pad it small, but then you might clear too much for the third in quotation mark PR small key.
Yeah. Like the miscount of TR smalls wasn't itself the biggest problem at the time for Shin because there was nothing in here, but
yeah, I got lucky at first, but it turned out to be his downfall in the end. Or like he spent too much time looking for the third TR small.
Too much time and not enough at the same time. Because because unfortunately he did end up finding that Aga Tower small in the whole mess before he found his flippers. And the Aga smalls the Aga Tower smalls that he needed to get his actual 4th TR small that he didn't realize at the time. Yeah. Alright, that is Argus down for Wolf Vortex, and that's his final pendant.
Why Shin gets his last crystal. But yeah, so it's basically a swamp and find flippers versus an Aga Tower. Like he knows that GT is nothing, so he can also go with it as well.
I really hope he's kept track well enough to know GT's nothing, at least, yeah.
I mean, Swamp Pad is a pendant. Or Ice Pad is a exister, so you know the flippers are not in GT.
Sure. But then
I
again,
expect that.
it's something that something to just forget about once in a while. I mean, he needs to kill Agatu no matter what. He's on the mountain. He does need to do this, so this makes sense. I
You have
hope
to
he
keep.
runs right up the top and does not do checks in the basement. Because if he does that, that's bad. I kind of forgot Nice Barrel suspended all the oops.
Yeah, and
Crystal.
he lost. That's like that's the 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know how long Swamp Palace takes, but it's probably I think it's maybe a little bit faster than Aga Tower. I never timed them specifically. But yeah, both. And yeah, Water 15
Hera basement though is
Yeah, if you go for basement here, it's over. It's over. If he goes only for the big chest, it's probably over, but not over.
Yeah. And Vortex Society is gonna run straight up GT here.
I mean, he's in go mode. He only has to kill Ganon's tower and Castle Tower. So he has nothing more to fear. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Vortex isn't a clear lead at this point. Even if he doesn't go into Tyloo.
And average frustrating gamers point in chat too that there's also just a matter of travel for Shinmaru because it takes time to go run around to Hammer Pegs and then down to Swamp and then back and then save clip back to the pyramid versus just.
I don't think there's any way at this point anymore.
No, I don't think so either, unfortunately, because Vortex here is going to finish Aga 2, Mirror. He'll be on top of the pyramid, Mirror do Aga Tower, and then just. Aga
Shin would have
be right back on the pyramid.
Yeah, Shin would have won this if he went for Miss Chain before going Eastern and find Eastern Palace and Castle Tower Smokey there. Like then he would have 100% won this one, but did not work out for him today. And Vortex with a clean full clear out takes the win today most likely. Always nice to not have to worry about anything in GT.
Yeah, Shin's doing GT because he's here and he doesn't want to climb the mountain again. He needs to do this at some point. It doesn't make a difference if he does it now or after Swamp Palace. He's just doing it now to save himself another mountain climb. That's why he's here. Like, he's not going to find anything in Swamp Palace or anywhere else that's going to make this faster. He's got Tempered Silvers, 14 hearts, half magic. He's fine. There's nothing that's going to make this climb substantially faster. So there's no reason to not do it here.
Like, he probably won't even, and like, he won't open any checks in GT here. Because why would he?
No.
I mean, imagine if you could have had the flippers that we had for go mode for Shin at like 30 minutes into the seed if you go mountain before you go into the main dark world and get mid super early. Before going into the season area, you could have had flippers so much earlier.
Yeah.
Like both of them basically did play the seed in the exact same way, besides like one or two minor things. But if you make like one or two different decisions, the seed can go a lot different.
Yeah, that's for sure. Double there for Vortex. single. Agatu pattern's not very good here. Okay, there we go. Nice triple to end the fight. Shin entering the Agatu fight as Vortex finishes Agatu, but unfortunately, Shin still needs flippers as the...
Yeah, even if he would be in Gomod right now, I think Vortex wins.
Yeah. Agatu also not cooperating with Shin. Some pretty terrible patterns for both runners. There we go. This is a pretty fast seed here. Something around, what, hour 40 for Vortex?
Yeah, even with a full clear. I mean, what did he do? Like, he basically had no double dips.
No double dips, Gomo to GT and Swamp. Skip things like Terra Basement.
Like, usually think that an 80 keys takes about 2 hours, but I think with standard 80 keys and with a boot start, it's much more in the 145 area at this point.
Yeah, I think so, especially for runners of this skill. And
yeah.
quick slot, yeah.
Makes all things so fast. Just have to do stuff the entire time. Okay, only have one boarding Egger Tower fight left, while Shin is setting in this direction of flippers, but we know at this point it's a little bit too late. One bad skip will lose in the game.
Pretty much. Has been a good showing for him here. This is the first time I've ever seen Shin play, I'll be honest, but he's done pretty well with this race. Just some unfortunate routing that cost him here, but good execution. Beats him. Let's see, kind of looking back to I pulled up the brackets here, so looking for the next round here. Vortex will be facing the winner of Gamatru versus Breadcon. That's going to be a tough matchup there. Let's see if I can't get start.gg's a bit of a pain to navigate.
And Shin hits his go mode at 1:36:50. Almost like 5 minutes too late.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Probably kicking his butt right now. Get on the way. Don't forget to give away the Smith. He does not like dungeons. So if you try to go in a dungeon with him, he's gonna reject it and say, no, bring me back home first. And while Shin is going to Swamp Palace, vortexofdoom only has to do one more other shot into Ganon's face to win game 3 of the stage and move on to the round 3, I think. Is this round 2?
Yep.
Should be
Yeah, this is round 2. The heal moving on to round 3, correct?
GG to Vortex.
GG's. It's an official time of 1:37:54. We'll be joining us for an interview shortly here. Let's switch on over to Shin's audio. Let me know if that's too loud. I honestly cannot tell and cannot check. And while we watch Shin play through Go Mode Swamp, Vortex is now joining us in the booth for an interview. GG's, Vortex.
GG.
Yo, GG's, thanks. Yeah, I did not feel great at the beginning. A lot of the order I got, like the mitts and stuff in, was not terribly optimal, but like there were no huge disasters. But as the seed went on, I felt better and better, because all the things that like I could have been punished by, like I did in the right order. Like I dipped Aga Tower before Eastern or Smith Chain, and then so I could like get the Eastern Big and Flippers, and then I didn't dip Eastern, so I didn't clear Swamp if I had done all that other stuff, for instance.
Yeah, it was a tight race all the way through. Like, you maybe know what already won you the game, but that was Shinmaru deciding to not do the Smith Chain after Skyward, Seastone, and missing Flippers for too long, and then did clear TR and catch up to some other attacks that you already did, that he could have gone with otherwise, and therefore lost a little bit too much time. Otherwise, he would have probably won this race if he would have done it after Seastone.
Yeah, the reason I did it was because I was like counting the keys, and I was like, there's 2 GT smalls left, but there's like a super high chance that the key on Lumberjack is pod or TR, which means the second Aga Tower key is probably out there, which also means that the Swamp Small is kind of likely to be out there, because like I know Flippers are available, and there's like just weren't enough checks left in the game for all of them to be the pod and TR smalls. So I ended up just playing a little more thorough just as a result. Like I was going to do everything before GT. Like I was going to go back for Hobo, and I probably would have full cleared Swamp if just like until I found like all the TR pod keys.
Yeah, funny enough that like Skyward's boss having the map of Swamp. Wait, was it a map of Swamp? Oh, I thought that the Skyward's monkeys were required as well, but there was only a Swamp Palace map on the boss, so they actually weren't required. So I lied the entire time in the stream. I'm stupid.
Oh, there was a key on Ped though, so there might have been GT, or it might have been one of the pod or TR ones.
We were missing 2 pod smalls and 2 GT smalls. We did see all 4 TR smalls, so there were a few missing.
Where was the 4th?
4th TR small was that Lumberjack.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's the main thing we want to talk about, Shin. Hopefully we'll join us on interview, but he mismarked TR small key. So he held off for TR way too long if he would have had 3 small keys, but he only had 2 in his mind, so never went. So did like all the stuff before going onto the mountain, before doing TR, and never realized he had the 3 small keys actually, before entering TR with the quote-unquote 3rd TR small on Lumberjack. But then it didn't have Flippers, otherwise it would have been like the big same play to not mark your keys correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even more funny with your game 2, also decided by a mistake by Shinmaru. Could have maybe been the case today again.
Yeah, I almost went to Hera after TR actually to do the basement. Just the same sort of reason. I had so few things left, and nothing was good anymore. And like I knew you had to double dip Hera at that point, or almost certainly. Could have been like Book on Hobo or something. But...
Yeah, Book was on Lava Chest.
Oh, fun! That's excellent.
Yep.
But yeah, one final question I want to ask you: how much do you like fluffing in your randomizer vortex?
That's the auto tracking tax. I don't want to click the items off, so I just collect them.
Oh, okay. That's a good reason. You got like, okay, he's collecting a single error from library. Okay, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, like, obviously it's a joke, and I don't like always do it, but yeah, I don't know. Felt like goofing around a little. But yeah, I knew I gave up a ton of time early, probably, or likely. Not necessarily probably, like... I felt okay about when I got the Moon Pearl, but not... Like, you're not going to put it off forever, and... But, I mean, like, just...
Your first big divergence it was how you routed the mountain and you doing scouts earlier. Like, that was the two factors that you did different, and that was basically it.
Yeah, I was like hoping for maybe a key for Hera or something before going up there. I wasn't like Mitz didn't feel great, but I wasn't like super worried about that.
Also, we are now joined by Shinmaru. GG's.
GG. That was...
Shinmaru. Sad skip of Michigan today. Would have probably won the race with your miscounting of the TR small.
TRs, yeah.
Yeah, because you had 3 TR smalls for a long while there. Just mismarked your third.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, obviously I didn't realize until I said in TR, like, oh, I have 4. Well, then I have to check Lava Chest, and then so of course it's the stupid book. So I have to follow my items, because that's the play I made, so I gotta follow my items. Source drew me further away, but...
Yeah, I think because your TR smalls are King's Tomb, Mire Bridge, and Saha's Hut and Lumberjack, so one of those got missed.
Okay. Yeah,
which, as I was not following particularly at that point, but yeah, that was unfortunate.
It happens. I don't feel too terrible. I mean, obviously it feels bad, like, not checking... hammer pegs before going up, but I felt like at the time of the seed was so fast, like I felt like I had to make a strong play and commit to it and not kind of lose myself too much in overworld stuff. So I just as soon as I didn't know, I thought I only had 2 TR smalls. So I was like, as soon as I get a 3rd TR small, I'm going or Turtle Rock, that's it. And then I suddenly got 4, so I was like, okay, that turned full clear of TR, and it happens. There's a choice, I chose wrong, so it goes.
Yeah.
Yep. It felt nice near the end of the seed, because like every like optional like set of checks I did like was either necessary or like almost completely necessary. Like I did North Dark World, I didn't need to do Catfish, but I got like the TR small and the knowledge of the Fire Rod and key on Lumberjack. And then, like, I did, I had Dark World access, and I continued to do the fake flipper stuff to Zora, and I got the flute, and, like, so, like, every little, like, marginal extra thing I did, like, I did Smith Chain after Thieves, and it got the flippers, like, so it was, just, the ordering I did stuff in, just gave me more and more relief about like how badly the early game went. I wasn't like terrible, just slow and inefficient.
Yeah, even the couple of double dips I had didn't feel like terrible, Like I double dip Mire, I double dip Skull, and like didn't feel like that bad to me.
I mean, Skyward dip was more or less required. There's almost no way. I mean, getting to Heather early in the seed, grabbing mid and Cape would have been possible, but unlikely, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like a super strong play. Like I did consider going up the mountain with Hammer and Mirror, but there were just so many checks that could be mitts, and like I know I gained a little time in game 2 hovering hookshot cave, so I was like, well, if I can get mitts again, maybe I can, make that happen, or the hookshot a hair big to actually beat it.
Yeah.
That paid out, but would have been cool to have the cape. Although I probably would have still dipped Skullwoods and then immediately found the fire rod.
Yeah.
So
Nothing too surprising there at that front. But yeah, really interesting race. Came down to like 1 or 2 minor decisions in the end. Like
Yeah.
Shinmaru had the lead over the lead most of the time over the race. It was never like this to clear, but
sure.
it looked like Shinmaru did checks and Vortex went thereafter for a good chunk of time.
Mhm.
But yeah, thanks again for a great race. I think I have no
GG's,
questions
guys.
anymore.
I
GG's
don't
again.
either particularly. GG's to you both.
Thanks. Yeah.
So, Vortex, you'll be moving on to face the winner of, if I'm reading this bracket correctly, Gimachu and Breadcun. Should be an interesting matchup. Not going to be easy, though.
Yeah, no, certainly not. Gamma's free farm, obviously, but Breadcoon is a monster in the making. I mentored him like 1 week in the mentor tournament last year, and he was like better at bomb escape than I was, for one thing. But no, it'd be fun to play Gamma. He mentored me when I was in the mentor tournament like 3 years ago, and we've actually never gotten a tournament 1v1 before. So, that's not true. I think we did Survivors of Hyrule actually. So that was a lie. But it'll be fun to have another series against Gamma. It will be tough, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, good luck.
Or Coon, obviously, like either or. But
And as for you, Shinaru, this is the end of the tournament for you, but good run. GG's on that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I felt pretty good about my run during the tournament. I mean, I was able to sweep Rogor, taking one from Vortex, like stuff like that. It's like not easy. So I felt pretty proud of all the work I put in starting to pay off.
Yeah, and you had some.
Sucks not to get the win, but I think I can hold my head high coming out of the race. So GG again to Vortex. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to you rest of the tournament, man.
Any future tournaments you're looking forward?
I was going to say, I think you're in the Krosky's tourney as well, no?
I'm in Krosky's tournament, yes. Going to be in Kaz Boots' tournament. I'm in like a billion tournaments at once all the time. If there's a way to get better,
summer is side tourney season.
If there's a way to get better at the game, it's to play it.
Gonna get the hype going for Avian Art this year again.
Oh yes, of course.
I wonder what that stupid stuff is gonna be about. I'm already hyped and I don't even know when it starts.
I don't remember what that acronym stands for off the top of my head right now.
1 second.
Too many side tourneys going on, but good luck on that, Shinaru. And with those tournaments, please do give both of our runners a follow, Shinaru and Vortex of Doom, as well as my co-com Schultzer and our tracker to Drunk Future Self, and to everyone in the chat for watching here. Let's see, coming up ahead on the CSR schedule, we're going to be going over to read our sister channel ZSR Main. They're restreaming a anniversary race for Skyward Sword HD 80% there. We also have, that'll be it for today actually, but we will be putting on more matches throughout the week. It's primarily ALttP and ALttPR on the CSR schedule at the moment. We've got ourselves this tournament. We've got the Krowski's tournament as mentioned, and we've also got the NMG League going on all at the same time right now. So we have more matches for all 3 tournaments coming up throughout the week, and next weekend we'll be kicking off the qualifiers for the next seasons of the main tournaments for the Majora's Mask Randomizer and the Wind Waker Randomizer. So please keep an eye out for those as well. But in the meantime, I think that is going to be it here for us tonight. Any last thoughts from you guys before we head out?
No. GG's. Thanks for the restream and everything, tracking comms, all that. And yeah, no, it was a fun series, Shinmaru. Look forward to the next time we face off.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I echo Vortex's GG again, and thank you. Thanks for the restream. Thanks to the comms, trackers, restreamers, everyone, of course. I'm looking forward to watching it back. Maybe I'll skip the end. Maybe I'll watch the parts where I was ahead. And lose myself in what could have been.
And alright, GG's guys. Thank you for watching all, and have a good night.